you trifling heifers want trying to leave without me.
Close the door.
You got an automatic door. It goes slow.
God damn, here we go. Let's go.
All right. Hi, my name is Amaya Desire from Big Bell Media. Tracy, congratulations on season 3 of Harlem.
Thank you. I
Um,
appreciate it.
I'm a huge fan of yours. Of course, I know you from Girls Trip and, First Wives Club. Tell me how did you make sure to capture the essence of Harlem's culture and community by creating Harlem?
Mm. Well, it came from like an authentic place for me because when I was in my 20s, I was interning and writing. The first time I lived in Harlem was in my college years, and I was interning at MTV during the summer and then moved back there. And I kept seeing all these like New York set shows, but it just didn't look like Harlem to me. It didn't look like the black and brown like places that I was living and just my experiences. So I was like, well, I'm gonna write a New York set show, but place it in Harlem and
Mhm.
just show a different side of New York that I got to see. So, yeah, it came from just like real life and wanting to showcase a side of New York that I didn't think was getting enough love.
Oh, okay. Well, being a New Yorker myself and being familiar with Harlem, I will give you your kudos for
Oh,
definitely capturing that essence. Well, of course, New Yorkers are very tough on shows that we
oh
watch,
yeah.
so we appreciate it. What, being that this is the last season, right? What do you really want to stick with the viewers after Harlem is gone? Because of course, we have the infamous shows like Girlfriends and, things of that nature. What is it that you really want us to hold on to after Harlem is off the air?
Um, I'll say this. I don't think there would be Harlem without like girlfriends. And I actually got a chance to tell Mara Brock-Akil that we were paired together for this interview once, and I was like, "Can I just give you your flowers?" And
Mm,
she was stunned by that, but I was like, you, without you, there wouldn't be this. And I just wanted you to know that. And recently, there's a rising Black writer that reached out to me because she's creating a newer version of Harlem and wanted to look at like, my scripts and my pitch deck and this and that to see how I did it. And I was just so like flattered by it because I was like, wow, for a lot of people, this is that generation's, this generation's like girlfriends
mhm.
because she was too young to remember Girlfriends on the air. Like I got to watch it, but for her,
Right,
she's like, well, I want to do a show like this. So to me, that's what the legacy is like the people that are getting to watch it right now. This will be their frame of reference for like a cool New York friendship show. They'll remember
right.
this, and I appreciate that.
So last season we ended with like a little bit of a cliffhanger, right? And we noticed that the girls were diving into fertility talk and things of that nature. Going into season 3, what is the does the conversation continue? And if so, what do you really hope to give to us? Because obviously think those conversations aren't really had as often as we think they would be,
Yeah.
especially, with our partners and things of that nature. So when you dive into that, like what is it that you really want us to get from that?
Yeah, fertility and motherhood is a very big part of season 3, so it definitely continues. I felt like it had to talk about it, and the reason I felt that way was because as I've gotten older, I feel like I've aged with the characters of the show. Like I
Hmm.
was at a different point of my life when I started, and then all of a sudden I got old, and it was like, oh, I got to be thinking about motherhood. I didn't know
Yeah.
we were at this point, but we are. And that's how I felt about the women. I was like, oh, now it's serious. Now there's like a biological clock like ticking, and
Hmm.
haven't found the partner, do you wait for that person? Do you, go ahead and have kids without one? Like, what do you do? And so
Right.
because I was at the age of the characters and starting to have these questions for myself, and it was coming up in the writer's room a lot, I was like, well, it makes sense for us to really explore this with these characters. And I hadn't seen a lot of people do that, to be honest.
Yeah, I think that me and my friends were in that space between like late 30s, early 40s, and
Yes.
the conversation of fertility does come up. I am grateful to have an employer that actually gives you fertility insurance completely new, right? And
Wow.
was able to take myself and go get fertility testing and things of that nature then. So it's really nice to have that conversation on air because now it doesn't seem taboo. It just seems like a
Yeah.
general conversation that you have, with everyone. So I really appreciate that dynamic of being able to see it on the show. I have a fun question for you. If you could play any character of this show, who would you play?
Ooh. I would go Camille.
Okay.
Camille honestly is the one that I'm the most similar to, and like how I even imagined her when I was writing it was a lot of me. So it's the one I could most easily fit into. And I think even
Hmm.
forcing Megan to get locks was like making her look like pathetic. But yeah, because I told her I was like, maybe locks or something, because I wanted her to look different than she's ever looked in her other roles. And so
Hmm.
I was like, I don't want you to like Megan Good that I've seen before. What can we do? Oh, let's put locks in. And yeah, so I identify with her character the most, I think.
Nice. I really am excited for this show. Just like I've been able to see 4 episodes and I'm like sitting on my hands. I told all my girlfriends, I'm like, go rewatch episodes seasons 1 and 2. Like, cause once this hits, I need to be able to call y'all over and just say, let's get the bottle of wine and get to it, talk about it. So I just really am excited for what the rest of the season holds. And I can't wait to see what you do next. So just want to say congratulations again on bringing these stories of, for us to light and being able to have those difficult, not so easily talked about conversations. So congratulations again and thank you.
No, thank you. And I'm bummed you haven't seen the finale yet. That's my
Well,
favorite
I'm ho
show.
I'm holding off because it's so good. We have been doing our reviews. I have a
Okay.
partner, my friend and I, and he's a guy, so it's really good to have that banter back and forth of the male perspective and the female perspective. But I'm just like, man, I can't wait. I'm itching for it, and I know it's just gonna be amazing. Being able to talk about all these things, like Angie is engaged, I'm engaged, I'm
Yeah.
planning a wedding, the baby talk. It's just so
Yeah.
many things that are very relatable and it makes you feel good because people do put an age on everything, right? Whether it's having kids, getting married,
Yep.
changing careers. And I think that this show is a good representation that we're all just figuring it out and it's okay to figure it out even later.
Yes. That's literally what I wanted the takeaway of the season to be. It's just like let's stop being hard on ourselves if we don't accomplish
Mhm.
everything at the time we wanted to when we were a kid. Yeah.
Well, for me, mission accomplished. Thank you. I
Thank you.
appreciate that.
Thanks so much.